Glad you made it back, everybody. Republican Mike Garcia has narrowly won the 25th district out there in the People's Republic of California. That's the fourth seat that the GOP has flipped in that state. Joining Mr. Garcia in Congress is our next guest, Congressman-elect Darrell Issa. The congressman is heading back to Washington, representing California's 50th congressional district. Congressman, it has been far too long. Welcome back to the Chris Salcedo Show.
Well, thanks for having me back, and it's good to be heading back into the fight. As you said, in addition to saving a seat that we had lost due to a resignation, we've picked up 4 seats just since Nancy Pelosi's been Speaker in California. A little part, if you will, we're surfing a red wave that she said was going to be all blue.
Yeah, you know what? I want you to pick up on that thing because it's several races that seem to be coming down in the GOP's favor. Do you think that there is something at play here with the draconian moves from your governor, Gavin Newsom? He's one of the biggest hypocrites in this country as it pertains to restrictions on the China virus. Plus, as you point out, Nancy Pelosi eating ice cream from her freezer while Americans out there are suffering because of the China virus and the lockdowns, and she seems to be incapable of passing a new China virus relief bill. Do you think that played into some of these Republican victories in once deep blue California?
Well, I don't think you can underestimate or overestimate the fact that between Nancy Pelosi's failed policies, including trying to impeach the president, and Gavin Newsom's taking control of people's lives, 4 seats in California that President Trump did not win. These were won by Hillary Clinton and again by Joe Biden. These seats flipped red. And they didn't flip with some sort of milk toast. They flipped with good conservatives. So I think there's no question at all. When we take back 4 seats that are not Republican seats at the presidential level, you have to look to the governor. You have to look to Nancy Pelosi for why voters chose these individuals to create a real balance next year, or a return to a balance in the House that we didn't have.
Yeah, and we forgot, of course, the Democrats' push to defund the nation's police officers. We can't forget that. What is your take on election integrity? I mean, I don't think it is fair. I know the press is out there saying that voter fraud doesn't exist. You and I both know that's a lie. How extensive do you believe it is in certain states around this country?
Well, voter fraud in California is rampant because we do not test whether or not you're entitled to vote when you register. If you wanted to come into California and go to 56 counties and register 56 times under 56 different names, as long as you later voted and signed the name the same as you did when you fraudulently registered, you in fact would be able to vote 56 times. In my own congressional districts over the years, we did casework for people who were undocumented, found them on the voter rolls, routinely said, why did you register to vote? And the answer was, you're not going to tell DMV you're illegal when you're getting a driver's license. So the idea that there's fraud in California is a given. Now the question is, where did it make a difference in the outcome of elections? And there's no question at all, when you have a seat like Mike Garcia that was less than 400, he certainly would have had a different outcome if only people entitled to vote had voted.
Understood. Yeah. And, you know, in some parts of California, they're giving illegal aliens the right to vote legally, which is insane to me. Look, I want to combine the last 2 elements here of this question to get you to weigh in on both. The Attorney General Barr has put Mr. Durham up there as a special counsel investigation into the origins of the Russia-Trump collusion hoax. And then, given the evidence we know so far, the laptop, Bobulinski's testimony and such, do you think there's ample evidence out there for a Biden-China collusion investigation?
Well, there clearly is a Hunter Biden investigation that has to continue. And, U.S. Attorney Durham is, in fact, a career professional, chosen very carefully. He's not a Republican or a Democrat. He is someone I've met before. He's a straight shooter. And he will transcend the change in administrations. And unless he is wrongfully fired, he's a tenacious fellow. He'll get to the bottom of it. Now, whether Hunter Biden's illegal activities and his father aiding him crossed a line or not, I'll leave it to the professionals. But there's no question at all that there's a lot to look at, and some of it needs to turn into outright changes in the law. Remember, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, that's not the first time this has happened. We had Secretary Hillary Clinton and private citizen Bill Clinton showing up in Africa, one giving out money and the other taking money for the foundation. So this is not a new playbook of using power to gain a family member money or influence. It clearly has been going on, and it needs to be stopped.
Indeed, and if it's compromised national security, it needs to be found out, in particular as it pertains to a man I call Beijing Biden. Congressman, great to see you again. Come back soon here on the Chris Salcedo Show.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.